This may not be entertaining, but Blake just heard something fucking in his room.
Hold on. God damn it, I know what it is.
He just heard some shit moving around, and then he just goes, fuck, I did. At which point I commanded him to turn on his Audacity recording. So let's get into this. Let's see what's going on.
Fuck.
Oh!
Where are you, you little bastard?
He's going after him. He's getting it. Alright, everyone, put your votes in the comments. I'm gonna say it's a possum. It's a possum party at the Blake Tanner house today. Whoa! 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 What just happened there? Whoa! Oh, fuck! Oh, he's going. He's going, ain't he? Oh my god, Blake! Oh, that possum's Riley. Fucking hell! I think his name is Riley. That's the name of the possum. He's lived in Blake's closet for years, and he always has to kick him out like fucking Uncle Phil kicking out Jazz on Fresh Prince.
Not again. Okay. So this plays into the story I'm going to tell you on BS later.
Okay, well this is officially the pre-show to BS, so you might as well tell it. This is the cold open.
I got mice.
Oh no!
This house has had mice in it ever since we moved in, but they were never really a problem until recently.
Yeah.
This is so much to the point where, unbeknownst to me, my mother put glue traps around my bedroom. Well, today I was cleaning up, and I was looking under my bed, and I noticed one of those glue traps, and I was like, oh, it's got a couple of crickets on it, huh? That's oh, there's a dead mouse.
Oh no! And then he just started doing some sick-ass dubstep. He was like, blah, blah, blah.
I made that joke earlier today to a friend I was having dinner with.
Very good, very good.
Man, he's had the sickest drops.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time. It's time for a load. I'm talking about a load. A load of BS. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a load of BS, the greatest show on the planet featuring the two best damn men of all time, and I'm talking about he, the B, to the L-A-K-E. That's right, it's Blake Tanner.
Hey, it's me, Blake Tanner, and I'm here with Scottye Moore.
That's
and
right.
I'm tired of doing creative intros.
Oh, only 1 week into the BSL, and Blake is already like, fuck this whole show. I just wish we could. Although, to be fair, we may. Well, not we. I say the BSL was broken on accident.
I'd say there was a definite miscommunication.
Well, the thing is, we went out last Saturday to this thing in Atlanta, and about 10 minutes into it, we were like, there's a lot of people. We're not drinking. Let's get the fuck out of here. And so we went to the Vortex, which, by the way, the Vortex is amazing if you're drinking. If you're not drinking, the Vortex is just kind of like, oh, sup, everybody. I'm sorry I got to the party late. And so we were sitting there, and I remember the Vortex has like this giant-ass Moscow Mule that is made specifically for multiple people. At which point I texted you, hey man, I just figured out how we break the perfect. It was something like the best way to break the BSL is with the giant Moscow Mule. At which point, I think I flipped the switch in Blake Tanner's head.
Well, that was the point where it reads as you were saying, but BT Dubs, we're gonna have to push this back a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That was after the fact, because then you were just like, oh, I broke mine with a $30 bottle of wine. And I was like, fuck, Blake, what? What? And he was like, I didn't do it until after you drank. And I'm like, I didn't drink. I was just saying that's how you break it.
You should have worded your things more carefully. Now I have an open $30 bottle of wine that is going to go bad by the time we finish this.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, I'll buy you a new $30 bottle of wine when it's all over. But I will say that does push the BSL's end date to a Saturday that I swear to God was made for the end of the BSL, because there's like a beer festival in Atlanta, and like Ludacris is performing or someone, like at this big festival they're doing in Atlanta. Some dude named Ludacris. And I think Tenacious D is performing the next day at that festival, and I'm like, Blake, we just go to Atlanta and we die. We're just gonna go to Atlanta, and then there will not be a load of BS that week, because there will be no more Blake and Scottye. Do you think we can somehow get a free drink out of being like, we haven't drank for 69 days, and we're breaking that fast with you guys at the Vortex? And then they're like, fuck it, everything's free for you guys tonight. We're gonna take this BSL out. Yeah!
We done.
Oh man, should we explain the cold open? The cold open that we recorded 2 days ago before we recorded Fight Boys?
No, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay.
It just stands on its own that Blake is fighting raccoons and rats in his house.
Yep. Well, it was all brought on by the fact that apparently we are selling the house.
Didn't you guys just move into that house?
Less than 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And this decision to sell the house was made less than 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
After less than a week of deliberation.
Okay.
Because my parents want to build a house now. But before they can build the house, they have to sell this house. My question to them is, what are we going to do in the in-between times after the house is sold and when the house is being built? Because we have nowhere to go.
Yeah, you can't exactly just like, do they think a house is just like a day and it's like, fucking did it.
Oof.
House is here, guys. Maybe you've got like Amish relatives and they're going to call them in. They'll be like, we raised the barn in an hour. And then the next day we're going to give them their house. All right, thank you, Uncle Josephine. What?
We also gave you a barn with the house.
Gave you the barn?
And as a housewarming present, we gave you 2 of our good milk cows.
We dug out a basement for that one podcasting boy to live in. I hope he appreciates it.
More of a cave, really.
It's more the underground shame cave that we're gonna throw him in and let him do his online podcasting.
You know, though, that thing can survive a 30-kiloton nuclear explosion, though. That's where we're going to be coming when we come to see you. Yeah. How do I know what a kiloton is? I'm an Irishman.
Which, by the way, the other day, Jim was talking to me about opposite attractions. He goes, apparently one of our listeners is Amish. And I was like, no, they're not. Unless they're on the worst Rumspringa of all time, and they're celebrating by listening to opposite attractions, I don't think they're Amish.
I'd say that's a pretty good Rumspringa.
How'd you spend your Rumspringa? Well, I went out and I drank every ounce of liquor I could, slept with every woman I could, and then I finally came back to the Amish life. What did you do? I listened to 2 assholes build a theme park. How long that take? Like a day. There are not that many episodes yet.
Yeah, it was a nice day, though.
So anyways,
I had to ride a train.
No, the other day when you said, like, you were talking about, like, oh, yeah, we've got to move all this stuff out of our house, I thought you guys were just, like, taking extra shit and taking it somewhere else. No,
you're gone.
You're just...
I'm going to burn it down. Fuck it.
Burn it down! Blake Tanner taking out his house brick by brick.
And so yeah, I've been dealing with that. That's been happening. What's been happening with you?
Man, I had a rough day today, and I immediately got it turned around. It was like immediate karmic justice. Like I was just like walking around my store, like, all right, because we're going on vacation tomorrow, and you know, the day before a vacation, that clock goes slower, and so that's the worst. Like that's some comedy. That's like 90s stand-up comedy right there. Just like, what's the deal with clocks right before vacation? Am I right? We wanted to go fast, but it goes slow. That's amazing.
Was that what comedy was in the 90s?
Also, I'm a bee that wants to fuck a lady. Buzz,
and
buzz.
I
did it.
Then I died.
And so I'm just sitting there like trying.
I live for like 36 hours.
So I'm just sitting there trying to get through my day. And near the end of the day, this woman comes in, and me and her are messing back and forth for a while. And she's just like, all right, what's your name? I said, Scottye. She goes, Scottye, nice to meet you. My name's Shaka. Nice to meet you, Shaka. And then I held out the hand for a handshake, but Shaka had turned around. I was like, Shaka, no! At which point I looked at her, I'm like, girl, don't you deny my handshake. And she turns around and she goes, you know I ain't about that life. And then she comes in and just like full on hugs me, like this big embrace. And I was like, you just made it all worth it, Shaka. This 5 hours of work, this 5 hours of labor, all is for you, Shaka. Thank you. So this is a message from the BS. Hug people. It don't matter. Don't matter if they want it or don't. Just hug them. Give them that love. It releases endorphins and some shit. I don't know. It makes me feel better. Because I felt a lot better.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good day. Do you know what happened to me today?
You're like, a random person hugged me without consent. Don't hug people.
No. Oh, it was raining for a good bit today, so I had my rain jacket and stuff on. But as I was walking back to my car from work, and I kind of park a good way away from my office,
right?
I was walking past the green at UAB, in local university. And somebody had it in their great minds that since it was raining all day today, they were going to be testing the sprinkler systems.
Now, I think when you test a sprinkler system, it's to make sure that it's fucking sprinkling. And I don't think you could see it if rain is all around you and all kinds of wet.
It wasn't raining at this point in the day. It was just kind of it was just kind of horrible.
Just kind of jizzling around, right?
Yeah. And the sprinklers weren't so much sprinkling as they were shooting jets of water about 20 feet.
What?
I don't know what was wrong with the sprinklers. There must have been a lot of water pressure and they would randomly come on because as I was seeing the sprinklers on the other side of the green turn on, I was like, "Oh, that's really weird. I wonder what they're doing." And I have this moment where time slows and stands still as I see the little fucking prairie dog head of a sprinkler peek up out of the ground 5 feet away from me, look me dead in the eyes, and just go, "Hey, buddy!"
I thought you were going to say time slowed, it became bullet time, the sprinkler went off, and you hear, and then you just like full on Keanu Reeves, back bent, and sprinkler water went over your body.
Yeah, no, I ain't about that life.
You're like, I don't know Kung Fu. I don't
know. How did it get wet?
How did it get
wet?
I just really love the idea of like famous movie lines, except if the person delivering them was not as good as they thought they were. I don't know Kung Fu. Or my personal favorite is, I don't have a particular set of skills. I will not find you, I will not kill you, and I am very upset about what you're doing to my daughter.
I love you.
No, I love you. Me too. Damn it, Han, you fucked up.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. If I remember correctly, wasn't the I Know improvised from Harrison Ford?
So what had happened was,
okay,
they had done the takes for that scene a bunch of times apparently.
Yeah.
With Han actually saying "I love you too."
Right.
And I don't remember if it was Harrison Ford, who just came to George Lucas and he's like, I don't know, I'm not feeling this. It just doesn't feel. And I think Lucas was like, all right, just do what you feel. Just do Han.
Yeah. Can I just say, I love your Harrison Ford because it's essentially if you took the way a Southern gentleman says mint julep and then turned that into a voice. Hello, it's me, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Star of Indiana Jones. Could you bring me a delicious mint julep, please?
I need to fly a plane later.
I need to fly. Oh, man. Okay.
Didn't they take his pilot's license away because he kept fucking up with his
I'm
planes?
fairly sure he did. Like, and I like the idea that it wasn't because he was fucking up with the planes. It's because he was just so dope with planes that other pilots were getting jealous. They were just like, Harrison Ford's so much better than me at piloting, and he's not even a pilot. He's an actor. And they're just like, yeah, sorry about that, kid. I was doing really good stunts. Good air stunts from old Harrison Ford here.
No, he almost taxied into a big plane because he didn't listen.
My bad. No. He almost hits the plane and then, like, backs up, goes around it, and then the window rolls down and you see his hand out, like, sorry, waving. My bad.
Oh, this is Harrison Ford. He would be flipping them off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I had a moment like that today where, like, because it was raining, I hit this part in the street where, like, it doesn't fork exactly, but, like, there's enough room to where if you want to turn right, you can go around the other cars and turn right. Well, I did that about the exact same time another car was coming very, very fast, and thinking quickly, I shot into the middle lane, and I was praying that they would pass me. They would use their momentum. No, they slowed down to make sure they were behind me, and that way they could just keep their eyes on the guy who just did that piece of shit move to them. And I just reached this moment where I was like, I want to be next to them at a stoplight so they could just see this sad boy look over at them and mouth the words, I'm sorry. I'm like, I didn't mean to. The rain took me with it.
I'm sorry. I know.
And then it's Harrison Ford, and then fucking wings pop out, and he flies away. That's right. And then he hits the semi-truck. So I had a thought, and it's the kind of thought that makes me realize that one day I will be arrested. And it's just, I was driving around town, and I passed by the elementary school, and it was about the time the school was letting out. And it was just, what would happen?
Okay, hold on. I don't like any story that starts with, this will probably get me arrested. I was passing by an elementary school.
No. I'm just saying my brain thinks in this way, so it will do something to get me arrested. This situation, probably not. But as I was passing by an elementary school, like the school, the car riders were all lining up, all the cars were lined up, and all I could think was like, what if you just got in the line? You didn't get a child. You didn't try to get any child. You just went through the line with everybody else and then left the school. Because people'd have questions.
People have a lot of questions. You get very arrested.
I don't think you would, though. Because, like, here's the problem. Like, let's say you get stuck in the line. You can't get out. Like, dude, I've had to work at schools before. You can't get out of that fucking car rider line. I did it once. I got stuck in that car rider line. I had to get up on the curb and drive around to get ready for my gig that I was doing that day. Like, it's impossible to get out of that line. So, is it possible?
I don't believe that anyone with an ounce of self-awareness would be able to get stuck in that fucking line. Like, you have to be doing something. You have to be texting while driving, while also trying to fiddle with your radio and looking down to make sure that you have to pick up the water bottle that you dropped on the floorboards before you get caught up in the fucking car rider line in an elementary school.
Also, you're on heroin. You forgot that.
Oh, hold on, dudes. Let me just flick my doobie out the window.
Flick my doobie out the window. Hold on. Okay, now I like the idea of this guy in this situation now pulls up. The teacher, it's been a while, so I don't really know what happens on the other end, but the teacher is just like, child's name, and it's just like, Malcolm. They're like, there's no Malcolm at this school. He's like, I was aiming for one. I wasn't sure.
No, that's the point where you go, Malcolm. I'm sorry, sir, we don't have a Malcolm. Your eyes open up wide. What school is this?
Oh, yes!
Shit!
Oh, dude, we just figured out how to pull this shit off if we ever want to waste 45 minutes of our day by chilling in the car rider line.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, just Malcolm. That's not, Malcolm's not here. No. I prefer this version. Child's name, Malcolm. There's no Malcolm here. There better be a fucking Malcolm here. I dropped him off this morning. Where's my child? And now you have the lawsuit, not them.
Or, what if you go up and you do say Malcolm, and then they're like, oh, Malcolm? And then Malcolm comes down, and see, now you have a Malcolm.
I got my own Malcolm. He's just like, who are you? I'm like, I don't know. Fuck, dude, I didn't expect for this to work.
I'm your dad now. Fuck off.
Do you know your address? No, I'm 5 years old. Why would I know my address? Fuck, now I gotta be your dad, Malcolm. Thanks. Get in the back seat, Malcolm. I need a child seat. No, I want you in the back in the very middle. Why? Cause it's a really funny Malcolm in the middle goof, okay? I was working really hard on it, Malcolm.
She just looks at you. What's a Malcolm in the middle?
Fuck you. You won't remember. Neither does fucking Frankie Muniz.
I can't believe I'm gonna have to spend at least 13 more years with this motherfucker now. What have I done?
I'm stuck with this guy, damn it. Malcolm, you are a filthy, filthy-mouthed child. How dare you?
Yeah, fuck off, Dad. You're my dad now.
Wait, hold on. That's you talking to Malcolm? You're my dad now, Malcolm. He's like, I think you got this backwards. No, you're my dad. You're my dad. And you just turn around.
I've never had a dad before, Malcolm. You're gonna have to do that. I hope you know how to make PB&J.
Okay. Going back. Let's get serious on this though. What would they arrest you for? There's nothing to arrest you for. You just chilled in the car rider line. There's nothing.
You would probably, at the very least, get interviewed by the police because of suspicious activity. Suspicious activity being, why the fuck are you at an elementary school when you don't have a child?
Well, I listened to this podcast, and then now we're both implicated. They're just like, look, you have two choices. You can go to jail for a year, or you can do community service at the Boys and Girls Club for this young boy named Malcolm. And we're like, yeah, we got our Malcolm back.
And it's the same Malcolm that they had to pull out of your back seat.
He's just like, this is the worst thing that you could have possibly done.
I don't like this anymore. He made me call him Dad.
I think we've just come up with the next hit inspiring comedy, where Paul Rudd steals a child and then gives it back, but then for community service has to help that child get on the basketball team.
Oh, can Paul Rudd stealing the child just be the same way that it happens in Mac and Me?
Yes. So now
that would tie it up with a nice bow.
No, now it's Malk and Me. Malk and Me. Oh, man. And speaking of nice bows, Blake Tanner, you know where you can't get nice bows? At merch.aloadofpurebs.com, but you can get...
Well, why the hell not?
Fucking, I don't know. Because
BS bows. BSB, make it happen.
I'm fairly sure. Anyone out there know how to make bows? Because we'd be down for some BS bows. Biz bows, as it were. Or,
Give me that biz bow.
Or let's see, we're about a year out of this trend. Who can make a BS fidget spinner for us? I'd love a BS fidget spinner. But of course, right now at merch.aloadofpurebs.com, you get merchandise for all your favorite BS network shows. We got Opposite Attraction merch, we got Fight Boys merch, and of course we got loads of BS merch. I make a brand new shirt for us every single month, and of course the only way to get it is over at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Okay, now Blake, I told you this in the rev up, but since we're going on vacation tomorrow, my girlfriend, my lady friend, is here and she's trying to sleep. She has now buried herself in.
What have you been doing for the last hour?
I'm sorry.
You shouting beast.
She's
you creature of loudness.
I think she's trying to defend herself against it because she's currently under every blanket I own, and I think I have this really heavy like latex foam pillow, and I think she smothered herself with it. I don't know if she's still alive. I don't know how that is, but Blake, can we just like, just to help her get to sleep, can we just like BSMR? BSMR. It's not ASMR. It's BSMR.
Okay, Scotty. Hey.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Oh.
My lips were a little wet. I had to, sorry, my lips were a little chapped there.
That wasn't a very relaxing laugh. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to tell you something.
Okay.
Every time. Hold on, I gotta.
Please stop. Oh God. I don't know if that's nice or not. I don't know if that would trigger ASMR or not.
You mean that nice little rip?
I know the
That
breath
nice
would.
little vape rip?
I know the breath would. I actually may have just got tingles from you, and I don't like that, Blake. I don't want that friendship. I don't want that to be part of our friendship, but that breath got it. I was like, oh, Blake.
Oh, fuck you.
I like you jumped away from the mic furiously. Like, I can't let this laugh slip into this relaxing ass sesh we're having right now. Oh, fuck. So I think we need to make the official BS ASMR video, and I mean, I understand a lot of people like just like gentle. Hold on, let me just get my nut. If I can just have some tapping, some like gentle tapping. Some people are into that. I really like ASMR role plays though. So who could we?
God.
Who could we?
Well,
who could we bring in to do a role play?
well, there's this really, really cool ASMR video.
Okay.
Where you are picked up from the airport by your really good, caring, and supportive friend, Funky Kong from DK64.
What? This is a real thing too, isn't it?
It's a very real thing.
DK. Okay.
Don't, do you? I'll post you the link for later.
Okay.
I'm gonna post it in the Twitch chat because everyone's gonna need to see this.
We'll just relax right now. Now, Blake, I think right now what we're gonna do is
I had Tibbs post it for me.
Thank you. Tibbs posted the link to the official fucking dumbass Kong ASMR video.
Hey. You know, I heard you were looking for some
oh shit.
ASMR roleplay.
Okay.
Well, I don't really play any other roles but myself, but let me tell you something, I can play that role really damn well.
You know what's bad? Earlier when I was thinking of this goof, I was like, it'd be hilarious when he came out until I realized, no, it's actually kind of soothing. Thunderbird is rather soothing.
I guess my voice is just too good, so let me tell you about these Baudelaire orphans.
Okay, hold on. So, Blake, I'm going to set the scene for this ASMR video. You go and you're getting ready for your television debut, and you want your hair to be as luscious and beautiful as possible.
Okay.
And you sit down, like, you know, that's a very popular is the hair cutting ASMR. But of course, this was going to be different because you're getting your hair cut by the man with the most gorgeous hair of all time. And as you walk into the barbershop, you just woo.
Oh, fuck you.
Big man, the nature boy is here. And he's here to give you the tingles. I am a 16-time tingle champion of the world, and I am here to cut your hair. Snip, snip, snip. Whoa.
Rick, you're just making snipping sounds.
Snip, snip. I'll be honest, I forgot my scissors when I got into the recording booth, and I fucked up on this one, guys. I'll let you know that right now. That's gonna be fine.
Rick, oh god, Rick, you're biting my hair. Stop. I don't like this.
and then it becomes an eating ASMR roleplay.
No.
Get
I
those
need an
get those
adult.
smacks in.
My hair's all soggy. Ew.
No, I think there's another one we could probably do. A nice cooking role play. How did it get burned? How did it get burned? How?
Nick, how did what get burned?
My toast. I was making a delicious breakfast. And then the toast got... He really turns into Owen Wilson when you get quiet with him.
Wow, Nick.
Okay.
How'd your toast get so burnt? Wow.
Oh, God. No, what's bad is the fact that, dude, I'm fairly sure there's already an Owen Wilson impressionist ASMR video, and it's the best shit of all time.
Wow.
Wow, let's get these tingles up. Let me just...
No.
Let me get right in that ear and just... Ka-chow. Gonna ka-chow right in your ear. Please, I don't want you to ka-chow in my ear. Ka-chow, there's another one.
I'm gonna get you. Hey, do you want a nice ka-chow right? Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. It's amazing how many voices are impossible to impersonate in a deep voice. Or in a quiet voice. Because I just tried to do Obama and my brain shut down. I am my fellow Nope, that's Bill.
That's Bill
That's
Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Bill,
That's
what are you doing here? You're too creepy.
I'm very sorry about that. No, it's not possible. You can't do a quiet Obama.
Oh.
What is this? Is that Bush? Is that George Bush?
That's the only thing I could do.
It was two noises and it was enough for me to be like, that's fucking Bush.
I couldn't get. That's how I kind of get into doing his voice, but fuck, I just couldn't get past that quietly.
Oh, my fellow. Fuck, I can't do it. I can't.
All right, listen up here, boys. It's me, Richard R. Nixon.
Oh my god, presidential ASMR is literally the worst shit on the fucking planet. Let me... No, that's Clinton. I can't stop doing Clinton.
It was almost more Hans Molman.
Hello. Welcome back to the Hans ASMR channel. Today I'm going to tell you the 50 ways I thought I could die today. Unfortunately, none of them succeeded. That's number one. No, turning off this one.
Oh, next.
Oh man, who else can we bring in? Who else can we bring in for the BSMR video?
Oh God. Tell me something.
We're just both quietly now just being like, who the fuck can we impersonate in a quiet voice?
Who can be a quiet voice?
Really surprised. Wow, he's really easy to do down here. Like, it's not hard to
Yeah,
whisper.
it's such a. It's because most of what he does is just really, really, really rich.
Yeah.
It's really nice,
That's
really
right.
rich.
Well, what's weird
It's
is
a very
okay,
meaty voice.
Well, what I'm also going to do during this segment, I think, is I'm going to put you in everyone's left ear and me in everyone's right ear, and it's just going to be like a fun ear-to-ear experience. So, Blake, you want to get in on that left ear action real quick?
Hey,
Hey.
hey. Let me
The dumbest shit of all time.
Hey,
Hey.
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 You know, I
Hey.
think I know who's gonna be doing this ASMR, and it's gonna be me. I'm gonna be talking to my good friend, Peter.
Hey, Joe.
Peter.
Joe, how's it going, Joe?
Hey, Pete.
Wow,
Let me tell you
can go
something.
pretty low too. I didn't
We
think
gotta
about
be
that.
pretty. We gotta be pretty quiet over here, Peter.
That's right, Peter.
Fuck you.
And then it
Fuck
just
everything
gets into
about
like,
this.
Peter! Oh, Jesus! I love. Hey, Momoa, do you want to come in and do this shit? You want to do ASMR?
What the fuck is that? They're just whispering into the microphone. I've got no idea what the fuck this is.
Yes. Hello.
Oh
and
shit!
This is Mr. Honeypots. You may know me from the Fight Boys
I was gonna
podcast.
say, it's been a while since
And-
Honeypot.
My entire life is spent in this voice, and it's just everybody around me tingles as I speak. It's a curse.
It's my gift. It's my curse. I am Spider-Man.
No, I am Tingle Boy.
God, the worst superhero of all time, Tingle Boy. All he does is make people tingle with ASMR. Although, to be fair, that's what Bob Ross was.
And that motherfucker was a hero to generations.
Hello, everybody. We're just gonna paint us a happy little tree. That's Matthew McConaughey, but I'm sorry, we're just gonna stick with it. Matthew's very good at ASMR as well. There's some people who aren't that good at it.
I have no idea what you could be.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to be fair, some people are good at it, some people aren't. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think Momoa's ruining some people's tingles.
I would love the one like, you know, Mabim Bam once did the episode that was like parody ASMR the whole time. I've actually used that to sleep before. If anyone tries to sleep during this, like, they'll be like, wow, that Patrick Warburton double ear. Yeah, it was very nice. And then just all of a sudden,
Who the fuck do you think you are?
oh, Jesus.
Man, Momoa, he always knows the best way to ruin a segment and to just bring it to a screeching halt.
We're not-
Please, God, I want to die.
I'm just trying to think, how can I do a quiet Tim Curry? A quiet Tim Curry into Curry ASMR. No, ASM Curry. How do you do? I see you have matched my... Oh, God. We found the creepiest voice to do an ASMR tone, and it is, in fact, Tim Curry.
This is what I imagine is the Venn diagram of people who like ASMR and people who are just utter masochists.
That's
And when that overlaps, that's this segment.
faithful handyman. I'm just a little broad-eyed. It's the worst voice. Like, the sound of that voice is the feel. Like, that is molestation in audio format. Just, hey, it's me, a very quiet Jim Curry.
How?
Oh, it was better because you couldn't see your fucking face.
Or Hana mean ASMR.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, I have the ultimate challenge to myself for ASMR. And let me see. Let me try to think of a good scenario for this, I guess. Okay, he's doing a cranial nerve exam for you. Because he's suspicious that something has gotten into your blood.
Oh no.
I'm here today to inspect your cranial nerves because I've been told you've enjoyed some gummy bears that turn people gay. So follow the light.
It just sounds like Nick Cage again.
Oh my God! Hold on. It's because I can't yell, dude. I'm trying, but it's impossible to do Alex Jones quiet.
It's because the man doesn't know quiet. His vocal cords don't allow that.
I didn't know quiet until I was a man. You think loudness is your ally? I was born in it, molded by it.
So what happens if I take that loudness away?
Oh God! Oh God! Someone had to have done a remix of. I'm sorry. Someone had to have done a remix of The Dark Knight Rises with Alex Jones under Bane's mask, because holy fuck, that would be amazing. Because I've seen some beautiful things with that man, including a remix of the DuckTales theme song called Chemtrails.
Now, do you know who would be a great ASMR?
Oh shit, he would. That whole movie was nothing but him ASMRing.
The tingles are yours.
Sorry. You just hear back in response, why do you want to kill me? Why do you want to kill me?
Do you want to know how I got these scars? That's just Owen Wilson again.
Wow. Look how I got
Wow.
these scars.
My face is so fucked up. Wow.
Oh man, hold on. I'm trying to think. I had a. Also, I am the Scarecrow. I can't remember what he sounded like, but hey, if we're doing all the movies, let's just go back, baby.
Because guess what? The Scarecrow just sounded like a dude.
I am Dude Crow. Do you know what's spooky? All right, well, live with it.
Oh, how's your Liam Neeson?
I don't know who you are. I don't actually. Hold on. There is legitimate. I can't remember who did it, but there is an ASMR video where they do the fucking call from Taken, and it still gave me tingles. I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you want, but just know, I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that
Yep.
This is all I know of that, so I'm just gonna riff after this.
Oh no, Scotty, he got out of the closet.
Wait.
Oh god.
Misa want to do ASMR. Oh, muy.
No, Jar Jar, it's too loud. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, wait, hold on. If we're just bringing in Star Wars characters to round it all out. Hello, my friends. Look at my wonderful set of wares here. Let me tap on this mystical box for you. Yes, look at the box of water. Get tingles, fucko. Anyways. Patreon.
That's horrible.
It's
Please.
It's fine, Blake, because now I'm just going to sit here and talk to everybody about patreon.com/loadofbs. That's right, everybody. Patreon.com/loadofbs is the only website where you can go and support the BS boys right here. And there's some fucking cool shit over there, I'll tell you that right now. If you donate fucking any amount, you get added to our Discord. You get to chat with us, talk to us, and this is the only way we talk. And then, of course,
No, it's not.
of course, if you donate any amount, you'll get shouted out every single week, like the Patreon saint, Deborah Moore, like Scott Moore, like Alvis Edgehart, like Salty Frank, the first mate of the BS, and the salty pirate of the Seven Seas. And of course, like Miss fucking Jenny Side. This has been BSMR, and let's get back to some fun fucking goofs.
And it's never going to happen again.
It's never good. It's like that episode where I got my melodica, and I was like, this be a fun segment, and then 5 minutes in, we were like, oh no, this isn't. This is not actually. I feel like that one was better than the worst segment of all time, the melodica segment, though. But Blake, that does mean it's now time for us to do battle as we do every single week.
Okay.
And then the Buck Wild, BS Buck Wild movie tournament. Of course, I am down right now. You are 3-1 right now on the movie tournament. You won last week with Food Fight, a last-minute edition from the B, and then you've also had Bad Lieutenant. So you've had 2 club bangers.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting you to bring the fire this week.
And it is brought. Oh god, I can't.
If Tim Allen is in this fucking movie, you've already won, probably.
No, fuck. Oh, no, thank you, sir. Alright. So, the movie that I brought today is known as Pass Through.
Oh shit, I don't know this movie. I'm ready for it, but let's go.
We've talked about this man earlier today.
Oh, during the rev up.
Yes, directed
horror-
by Neil Breen.
Oh god.
A Neil Breen film.
Okay.
So, I'm going to read the stinger to you first. partially because there isn't really a passable movie synopsis on this movie.
Okay, Blake, has that segment infected us so much that we're now actually talking quieter because you do
yes,
seem
we
like
are. I'm really, really not okay with this.
yeah. We're now turning into NPR.
Oh, so what happens is let me just read this. Artificial intelligence from far into the future arrives to immediately cleanse the human species of millions of humans who are harmful to other humans. A visionary, revolutionary film which pushes the human species to the limits of controversial, thought-provoking actions.
So, okay, hold on. What?
So every word that I yelled was bolded in all caps.
Well, yeah. So wait, there's something that wipes out dicks, essentially? It's the asshole holocaust?
Basically. So this movie starts out, you
Okay.
you see Neil Breen's character, which he's just like some druggy heroin user who lives out in the desert.
Yeah, but what's his character? I know who Neil Breen is.
Exactly. It just zooms in on Neil Breen playing Neil Breen. So it just kind of shows him in his life for a minute. Then it passes through to I said the name of the movie. But then it kind of checks over to this group of I guess they're people who are trying to illegally immigrate across the border. And this all happens as the title cards show up. And it just shows some great sweeping. These are green screens of the Nevada desert that people walk in front of. That is the production quality of this movie. And on one of these green screens, there is a tiger sitting upon a rock.
Okay.
This is probably one of the worst superimposed things I've ever seen, because
Okay.
it's just a tiger sitting on a rock.
Okay. Down with it.
Yep. So, as we follow up on this this group of immigrants, very diverse group of immigrants, by the way, and they just they're walking through the desert and stuff, and they break down a fence by just shaking at it a little bit.
Wait, shaking the fence or
Yes.
shaking a fist at the fence, and the fence knew what was good for him?
They gingerly grab the fence like they're trying to just shake it a little bit to its senses, and it falls over after
Just
a really
ultimate
bad...
warrior that fence down.
Yeah, it's a really bad blowtorch scene. But anyway, they get across and they're working through, and you come back to Neil Breen's character, and you see him very obviously die of a heroin overdose.
What?
To which, all of a sudden, another Neil Breen rises out of the dead body of the first Neil Breen.
Of the new brain, yes.
New Breen. And this starts one of the very many long diatribes that Neil Breen's character goes on, where he basically essentially just says, the stinger for the movie, that he is a robot or an artificial intelligence that has come back from the future to cleanse the human race of all evildoers.
So, Terminator.
Except
Asshole
he's got
Holocaust.
magic, basically.
He's got. I'm sorry, repeat.
Magic.
Magic.
Magic. So what happens after this is, it shows the refugees, and it just intercuts between them, or the immigrants, and Neil Breen doing his stuff.
Yeah.
One of the scenes is just Neil Breen in his dirty denim shirt with the rolled up sleeves, walking into this party of really well-dressed, high-class socialites.
Yeah.
And no fucking shit, every time he walks up to one of these conversations, they're basically just talking about, oh, guess how evil we are. Do you know how evil they're just very open mouthed about the horrible deeds they do. It's like, yes, I'm a lawyer, but I helped a murderer go free the other day. And my pharmaceutical company, we're upcharging them 10 billion%. A lot of people are going to die, but we're going to make tons of money.
Would you like another baby skull? It's delicious.
It's wonderful. Each time this happens, Neil Breen goes up to the conversation and he just like is like, you know how fucked up that is, right? And he walks away. This ends with him walking out of the mansion as the mansion explodes.
Now, Blake, I feel like you acted too well there when you said your Breen line.
I'm sorry.
That's really fucked up.
That's really fucked up.
There we go. That
There we
seems
go,
better.
After this, it shows a newsroom, if you could call it that. It looks... This is one of the other worst, like, CGI effects that I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
Because none of it is real, and it is just a couple of reporters sitting at a desk, very casually talking about how the president and most of Congress has just disappeared. Like, poofed out of existence.
Okay.
Along with, at this point, thousands, if not millions, of other influential, rich people across the world.
Okay.
And then, like, oh, you know, this is real weird. First it was the politicians, and then it was the lawyers, and then the pharmaceutical companies. Who's next? And then they disappear.
Oh.
And Neil Breen walks into the fucking newsroom, and he goes off on another diatribe saying that he is an intelligence far from the future.
So wait. Hold on. Wait, the newscast, was that in the past or is it in the future? So as he's wiping them out, people are disappearing in the future.
No,
or...
this is in the present. This is all like, he is wiping people out as he is talking on the newscast.
Oh, so he's that kind of magic.
He's
Also
very
known as
magic.
bullshit kind of magic.
Exactly. At one point, Neil Breen has a conversation with the tiger that's sitting on the rock.
Hey,
What's
up, Neil?
And there are some, there's another side plot with, like, some teens who are, like, found Neil Breen's radio broadcasts and are trying to find him because, like, to them, he's their messiah or some shit.
Okay.
Removing people. And there's this very sick doctor who is leading these teens like a cult leader to Neil Breen so they can worship him.
Oh, God.
Oh, by the way, Neil Breen does cure the doctor's cancer or whatever he has when they find him.
Oh, okay.
Which is really nice. And
Like, I'm not saying this plot has been hard to follow, but when you said the doctor's cancer, I didn't know there was a doctor.
oh, this was like the cult leader dude.
Oh, okay.
He's a
Yeah.
doctor. Or something. Fuck, this movie is not very concise or clear.
Yeah.
It really just happens.
It just happens to you.
Exactly. So, they pop up, Neil Breen's like, hey, there's no conflict in this movie either, by the way.
It doesn't sound like it. Like,
It's just basically Neil Breen spouting his weird authoritarian, totalitarian views, and
Yeah.
how about how he basically wants to wipe out half of humanity.
okay.
So the teens eventually find him, and they're like, how can we find you? How can we let people know that we found you? And he said, here, I'll give you these future jewels. Hold out your hand, and I'll give you these fucking sequins that I call future jewels.
I was going to call them Chaos Emeralds, but some fucking assholes got mad, I guess.
I'm from the future, fuck it.
Yeah.
Then they want to follow Neil Breen, and Neil Breen is like, no, listen here, you go back to where you came from. And he finds the immigrants, is like, go back to your home country, and you change that there. You start revolutions. You literally have nothing, and I'm not going to let you be in America, but go back from where you came from and make it better.
boy, there's something like real bad about the way that sounds.
There's something real bad about this movie because like when you get down to it, this future AI, which is just Neil Breen incarnate, basically wants to commit genocide.
Yeah, no, that's straight up what this movie is, and it's really fucking dark.
As a matter of fact, this movie ends as Neil Breen's character walks back to the desert where he first came from, and you see the bodies of millions of people that he has disappeared and killed. They're just piled up in the desert.
In the movie where multiple people are killed by Neil Breen, the most horrifying thing to me is when he's like, "You're not allowed in America, go back to your own country and make it better yourself, asshole." Yep. That's probably the worst, because I'm fairly sure I have relatives who have said things like that.
Probably.
Okay.
Actually, now he does say at that point, he's like, "I have removed all the bad people. You're good, dog."
You're good, my dude. Anyways, Breen away.
Hey. And he goes away by disappearing with all of the other bodies back to the future, I guess?
So he brought the corpses to the future.
Yeah?
He's just like, I brought this present. It's the equivalent of a cat bringing you a dead bird. He's like, I brought you this. All right, so that was your film.
That was passed through. I don't think I could have done as good a job because I didn't have a real plot summary. But that's really like, this is my bottom card right now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm stuck between two. I was stuck between two, and I found one before the stream that I really enjoyed. But as problematic of a film as yours is, I think it would only be best if I returned volley with an equally problematic film.
Oh, good.
Which makes me mad because it stars a man who I really enjoy his work. He's like done a lot of very good films. He's an excellent singer, an excellent actor, and he's he said the funniest words of all time. He actually said the funniest sentence of all time, which is, of course, "My wife."
Oh, God.
But this is not, it is Sacha Baron Corbin.
Sacha Baron Corbin?
Oh, Sacha Baron Corbin. Ew, that's my new favorite thing of all time.
It's Sasha the Lone Wolf.
Sasha the Lone Wolf, but it's not Borat. It's not the other one he did where he was a gay New Zealand dude or whatever. This is a little film called Grimsby.
Oh, fuck.
That was the sound of a man realizing he just lost, I think. Hold on. Apparently, someone related to Sacha Baron Cohen also did the music, because the music is by someone named Aaron Baron Cohen. Aaron Baron Cohen.
Aaron Baron Cohen?
And so, this film is about a guy named Nobby, who just, he's a fucked up British dude, right? He likes to be British and drink alcohol.
Yeah?
And so, it turns out Nobby has a little brother who's like one of MI6's top fucking agents. Like, he is A-list #1 best agent MI6 has. And he doesn't know he knows he had this brother, but like they've been separated for numerous years. And so, apparently, Sebastian, who is the brother, he comes into information about Rhonda George, who's a philanthropist, and she's apparently a potential target for assassination. And so, apparently, Nobby's brothers, or like his friends, are like, "Your brother's gonna be at this fancy place!" And Nobby's like, "I should go reconnect with him." And so,
okay. Hold on, up until this point, I would just like to say, this is just a dude named Nobby, and it's like, I need to talk to my brother.
Yeah, exactly. And my brother happens to work for MI6.
By the way.
And so, Sebastian ends up at the event, and he sees the hitman who's trying to kill the target. And he's just like, oh no, not everyone talks like that, I'm sorry. Oh god, what's the guy playing?
Sorry, I just read ahead.
Yeah. It's Mark Strong, so he's got like this real deep, manly British accent. He's just like, all right, I see him. I'm going to take out the target. And then as Sebastian is about to, like, take out the gun, Nabi grabs him and gives him a hug, and instead he shoots a Jewish Palestinian boy who has AIDS, and the blood lands in Daniel Radcliffe's mouth, giving Daniel Radcliffe AIDS. So we're like in the first 20 minutes of this movie, and we've already got a small Jewish boy with AIDS. By the way, boy's name is Shlomo. So if you want anything more offensive, you can't get it. Then his blood goes into Harry Potter's mouth and gives him AIDS. Also, this movie is only 83 minutes long.
Oh, thank God.
And so then the two brothers end up going on the run, basically because Sebastian, he really messed up because he gave Daniel Radcliffe AIDS. And so then they decide to hide out.
Daniel Radcliffe, and I love the guy, he's a great actor. Is he that influential of a figure where giving him AIDS accidentally by shooting a small Palestinian boy?
I feel like the shooting the small Palestinian boy was the problem, Blake, not giving Danny Radcliffe AIDS.
See, that's what I was saying. You did frame it to be like the bigger deal was Daniel Radcliffe has AIDS.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm almost positive Daniel Radcliffe is not in this film. I'm almost positive it is a stunt double. And so then the two brothers hide out at Nobby's home in Grimsby, and that's why the movie is called Grimsby. And MI6 now thinks Sebastian has gone rogue and has now sent an assassin to track him down. And then Sebastian is just like, no, I'm innocent. And then all of the assassin finds the two brothers at a pub, and they rush out of the pub. But then Sebastian is struck with poisonous darts, one in his shoulder and one in his beepus.
Oh, no.
And just an absolutely hilarious scene, and not at all the worst thing on the planet. Sacha Baron Cohen has to suck the venom out of the ball sack of his brother. Now, Blake, I know what you're thinking. That's probably the worst thing in this movie. Blake Tanner, you're wrong.
Oh.
I'll just say right now, you're wrong.
At this point, I am so upset at this whole thing happening right now in front of me that I just want to stop this whole contest.
Then they end up going to South Africa. I'm not sure why. Apparently then Sebastian accidentally does heroin. I don't know why. And then apparently Nabi has to assume Sebastian's identity and go undercover. I don't know why. And then some funny situations happen where Nabi seduces the wrong woman.
Are they really funny, or are you just saying that?
What?
Are these situations funny, or is that something you're contractually obligated to say?
No, this movie is not that good, dude. Sebastian arrives, assumingly not doing heroin anymore, saving Nabi, and turns out that the Russian guy got some virus, to kill people, but unfortunately the MI6 dude kills her and his men before she can get him any more information. Now, Blake, here's the scene that made me realize that I have a real club winner here, a club banger, if you will. That was the worst phrasing. So remember they're in South Africa and they're trying to outrun the men, the MI6 assassins. So they hide in the one place that you would think to hide when you're in the savannah of Africa.
Oh no.
And that is inside of an elephant's vagina.
Oh no.
Okay, I know. We're getting some real Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, climbing out of the... I don't know.
The Ace Ventura scene was funny.
Well, Blake, what about when it gets really hilarious when another elephant comes up and starts fucking the first elephant?
No.
I know, and yeah, I'm not saying you see everything, but you see everything, and you'd think you'd see the beginning of it and they'd cut. No, they go to completion. And then after this scene where they get jizzed on by a giant elephant, they have what appears to be like a really nice scene between each other, where Nobby's just like, your parents only wanted to adopt one of us, and they weren't able to decide, so I ran away so you could have a better life. You got a little cum on your cheek. And so, then they go to Chile. I don't know how, like, they went from England to South Africa, now to Chile, and it's a footy game between England and Germany, and they realize that the Russian syndicate, what they want to do is unleash this virus on the football match, and they end up capturing Sebastian, and it's revealed that they're releasing it through fireworks. Nabi eventually finds Sebastian, but the bad Russian man intercepts him, takes him out, but then Nabi gets his gun and shoots him in the head. And now they go back to the arena, and they are trying to take out another bad person. I didn't do a lot of studying, because once I read elephant ejaculation, I was like, I don't need to try. Chill count. The MI6 guy tries to kill Sebastian, but wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, I don't know why I didn't read this earlier. So,
Oh no.
you would think in this scene, because they're in Chile, that Nabi would be the one to save his brother. No, one of Nabi's 11 children throw Shlomo's wheelchair at him, meaning they took the Jewish Palestinian boy, ripped him out of his wheelchair, and whooped that wheelchair at the MI6 guy. And so,
I don't
yeah.
know exactly what. I think we've lost the plot here a little bit.
Yeah, so then, apparently at some point, Nabi shoots the soccer ball from the match, and it deflects it into the goal, letting England win. And then the referee, who was like, that's not legal, Nabi shoots him as well. Okay, that one's actually kind of funny. Oh no. Oh no. They find the fireworks with the virus, and in order to stop them from going off, they sit on the fireworks as they go off. I guess that's a good way to defuse it. I don't know. Shit. Then when they return to Earth, Nabi's gun goes off and it hits Daniel Radcliffe, and then his AIDS blood spills into Donald Trump's mouth.
Oh, so there's a happy ending.
There is a happy ending. It's reported that Rhonda, who's I guess the bad person, is arrested. The Grimsby brothers died, in air quotes, and Trump has AIDS. And Shlomo is in custody. This poor Jewish Palestinian boy. Oh, and apparently, at the end, the virus that was, they were sacrificing themselves because of the virus. Yeah, the virus didn't kill them because the antidote to it is, in fact, elephant semen. Because fuck it, let's pop that in there. Let's see. And then there's just a whole lot of, like, the rest of the film is just a lot of Nabi killing people. Like, the rest of I shit you not, is like, 8 weeks later, Nabi accidentally kills their entire team. Post-credit scene, Nabi shoots another man after they ask for directions. Like, I didn't want, like, I don't want this film to exist, but, man.
I only am happy that I'm comfortable in the knowledge that no matter which one of my movies that I pick from here on out, or before, whatever goes up against this one will lose. Or, no, this one will lose. I will not rest until this film is gone from this contest.
Oh, I don't like it either. I don't like this film, but I just had to toss it out. Also, I'm just going to toss this one in. Apparently the people who live in Grimsby, they were a little bit upset with the way Sacha Baron Cohen depicted them.
You fucking think.
Yeah, there's no way. Oh my god, Eric Idle's in this? Eric Idle doesn't need to be in this. Eric Idle, please. So, Blake, that was my movie. And, I I'm moving on to the second round. That's all I can say, big man. I like the
You
look
better
on,
be glad
the look on your face is the best.
that I picked the worst movie that I have, because I have my other 3 lined up right here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
they're
no,
nothing
I've
but
got next week's.
exceptional.
I've got my next week's. Don't worry. All right. So Blake, what did you learn this week?
I learned that apparently all you need is a fucking elephant vagina.
To take out. Well, no, actually, all you need is
all you need is an elephant vagina to give Donald Trump AIDS.
the worst sentence. And I learned that segment was poison, and I'm sorry I came up with it. But hey, maybe we got someone to sleep during it.
Oh, they definitely went to sleep after they turned off the podcast.
They were just like, wow, that segment was rough, but the next one should be fine. Elephant cum. Fuck. Okay. Can we just call this episode trash? This episode is just called... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yeah, you know what, Blake? I'm happy this episode was bad. Because that means, by comparison, next week's episode is going to be amazing. Because next week is episode 69! Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Sick, dude. Fuck yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
So,
Ooh,
Blake, where
actually,
can...
that's gonna influence my choice of movie for next week.
Okay, so where can they find you on the internet, Blake Tanner?
You can find me hiding away from all elephants.
I was like, where would you be hiding?
I guess right here, because there aren't any elephants. You can find me at Blake A. Tanner on Twitter. You can find me at Blake A. Tanner on Instagram, I guess. That's fine. Now, find me doing the other podcasts on the BS Network, and I also do video game videos on video games and video games at the Darkroom Vidya on YouTube. That's the Darkroom Vidya.
My plot has broken you as a man. You're just like, I guess, fuck it, follow me on Twitter. I
It's
don't
just
give
the
a-
fact that it was so bad,
Yeah.
but the only reason that it won was because I wasn't anywhere near the top of my game this week, and it's my fault. And I'm so sorry.
This is the post-game interview. I'm sorry I let the team down. I'm gonna bring my game though next week. You pick yourself up after a loss like this, coach. And you can find me on you can find me on Twitter at Scottye. That's SCOTTYEMO. You can buy my book on Amazon. It's called Queasel Corp. And then, of course, there's Queasel Corp Risen. And then BS versus the Gods. A book with a much better plot than Grimsby. There's no elephant vaginas at all. Nothing horrifying. Just a whole lot of fun between me and Blake as we take on some Grecian gods in an epic battle. And it's actually available in physical copies now as well. So if you want it in hardback or paperback, you can get it that way, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to find all the other amazing BS Network products online at aloadofpurebs.com. There's this show, Opposite Attractions, the show where I build my own theme park. And, of course, Fight Boys, our pro wrestling podcast. Of course, make sure to donate over at patreon.com/aloadofbs to support all of these good BS boys right here. And then, of course, make sure, if you guys haven't done it before, to check us out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/aloadofbs. We record BS live. We record Opposite Attractions live. We're working on getting Fight Boys live. And, of course, they stream video games every once in a while over there as well, ladies and gentlemen. So check that out. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us at aloadofpurebs.com. Buy our merch at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Donate to the Patreon, find us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and remember you can find both of us on Twitter at a load of pure BS, except no substitutes, and we will see you next week.
I wonder if this is how Tom Brady felt after he lost the Super Bowl.